back to my channel. I am back with another review, so if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. A lot went down in this episode, so let's just get right into this review. Everybody ended up showing up to the reunion except for Vanessa. Now, nobody knew why Vanessa didn't show up except for Jackie. But Jackie said that because Vanessa was not there to speak for herself, she decided that she wasn't going to tell the reason why Vanessa didn't show up. So they didn't spend that much time talking about Vanessa during this reunion. Now, surprisingly, there was a lot of tension between Jackie, Evelyn, and Brooke, which I was really confused about because they got along all season and they ended on a good note. But Evelyn and Jackie ended up having a really heated back and forth because when the host ended up asking Jackie how she felt about Evelyn's return, she said that at first she wasn't happy about it. Now, for some reason, Jackie ended up including Jennifer in this as well. I think she was trying to be messy and try to cause a little bit of tension between Jennifer and Evelyn, which didn't end up working. But she said that Jennifer wasn't happy about Evelyn's return either at first, but then she clarified that it was because Jennifer and Evelyn weren't cool at the time. This is when Evelyn starts getting pissed off at Jackie and she starts saying that Jackie pretends to be a supportive friend when really she's not. And the thing about it is that, okay, that's fine, you can say that about Jackie, but they're not supportive friends to Jackie either. I mean, they really don't like her. Jackie is definitely not innocent. She does a lot of things that I don't agree with, but at the end of the day, these women treat her like shit too. Watch every single season of Basketball Wives and see how these women treat her every single season. Even on the season where they're supposed to be getting along with Jackie, they make a lot of side comments about her that I don't think is right. Like, they'll say something mean about Jackie or make fun of her and then claim that it's just a joke when really they really mean the things that they're saying about her. So now Jackie is pissed off about Evelyn saying that she's fake and phony, so she starts saying that she feels like Evelyn is jealous of her. Now look, I don't think that Evelyn is jealous of Jackie per se, but I do think that a lot of the ladies have an issue with Jackie because at the end of the day, a lot of people do say that Jackie makes the show interesting. A lot of people say that if Jackie leaves, they won't watch the show anymore. If you read the comments, Jackie does have a lot of fans. Although people do call Jackie out for the things that she does wrong, you can't deny that she's very entertaining for the show. Now, Evelyn went too far to me when it came to this back and forth that she was having with Jackie because she started saying that she's not jealous of Jackie, especially not of Jackie's marriage, and said that she doesn't want people to know why her marriage actually works with Doug. And I think that that's a low blow because you don't really know why their marriage works. You might hear rumors about stuff, but if you haven't heard it from Doug or Jackie, you don't know if it's true. It's just speculation. Then Evelyn started saying that Jackie was messing around with another man on a trip, and I think that that was really disrespectful of her to say this because we don't know if it's true or not. Like, honestly, we don't know if what Evelyn's saying is true. Evelyn could have heard this from somebody else, and that's the reason why she's saying it. But for her to just throw around accusations like that and she wouldn't like it if that was done to her, I honestly think that she was wrong for that. Listen, I understand that Brooke is going through a lot in her life and I feel for her for what she's going through, but she pissed me off during this reunion because why is she always getting involved in something that doesn't have anything to do with her? Like, Evelyn was handling herself just fine during this back and forth with Jackie. She did not need Brooke's help, so I don't understand why Brooke inserted herself into the drama. She started going back and forth with Jackie as well, and she was being a bit of a tattletale too, which is weird to me because she's a grown-ass woman. But as soon as Shawnee came on stage, she immediately started telling on Jackie. She started telling Shawnee that Jackie was saying that Shawnee no longer needed to be a part of the show. She needs to start a new show called The Preacher's Wife and all that stuff like that. And it's like, really, if Jackie did say that, to me, she wasn't wrong. Like, although I do think that it's not right if Jackie said that about Shawnee, if she's claiming to be Shawnee's friend and she didn't say that to Shawnee's face. But I will say that what Jackie said, if she said it, is true. I mean, Shawnee doesn't really participate in the show that much anymore. She was in 2 episodes this season so far and she barely had a part in it. And then on top of that, she barely gets involved in anything that goes on the show in the first place. So I really don't feel like she should be a part of the show anymore either. Maybe in the background, but not a part of the show. So if, Jackie did say that, she wasn't wrong to me. The whole reason for these ladies falling out the way that they did was stupid to me. It was all over a billboard for the show. From Jackie's mouth, she said that British was the one that was upset about the billboard and British had sent her a text message complaining about who was on the billboard. And according to Jackie, British said that Brooke was upset about it, and so that's the reason why Jackie said that she ended up calling Brooke. But Brooke is going back and telling everybody what Jackie was allegedly saying on this phone call. Now, Jackie is claiming that she wasn't upset about not being on the billboard. But according to Brooke, Jackie was upset, and Jackie was saying things like she was gonna slap Evelyn and how she felt like Shawnee shouldn't be a part of the show anymore and all that stuff like that. And to me, I just feel like even if Jackie did say this stuff, why is Brooke going back and telling what she's saying? Like, apparently Brooke has never been Jackie's friend, because I would like to hear the conversation that they had over the phone, because it takes two people to have the conversation. So what the hell was Brooke saying in return to what Jackie was saying? Because I just feel like Jackie wasn't just on this phone saying all this stuff about these people that she knows that Brooke is friends with. So I just want to know what exactly Brooke was saying on the phone too. Shawnee was clearly believing what Brooke was saying that Jackie was saying about her, because she ended up telling Jackie that her name comes up in the credits when the show is over and when the show starts, so she doesn't have a reason to be threatened by anybody's presence on the show, which is true. But I do feel like it's wrong the way that they come at Jackie, because to be honest with you, she's the one that's been carrying the show, in my opinion. Like, Jackie has a lot of flaws. She's not perfect, but to me, she is the most entertaining. And then on top of that, this show is called Basketball Wives. She is the only basketball wife on this show. Like, she's been married for the longest, and you know, she's still married to a basketball player. The rest of these women either have never been married to a basketball player, only slept with a basketball player, only have a child by a basketball player, but they're not married to them, including Shawnee. Shawnee has not been married to Shaq for a very long time. So I just think that it's weird that they're coming at Jackie when really she's the only legitimate basketball wife on the show. Now, they ended up changing the topic to Evelyn's relationship with LaVon this season, and basically they ended up showing the clip of him giving her flowers during her pop-up shop event. And you know, she didn't hug him, she didn't kiss him, she didn't seem excited about it. Honestly, she seemed really awkward during that situation. I did think that it was a little bit rude that she didn't seem thankful when he got her the flowers, but at the same time, I think that she did the right thing for herself and for LaVon by ending the relationship, because it's very clear that she was not interested in him. It was very clear to me that he wanted her more than she wanted him, and so I think that it was good that she ended things before it got more serious between the two of them, because the last thing anybody wants is their time to be wasted. Now, Brittany and Clayanna end up coming to the stage, and obviously everybody has some questions for Brittany on why she decided to leave the show and why she went on a public platform and called all the ladies messy. And the thing about it is that I don't know why they're insulted by that, because they are messy. I mean, I did think that Brittany was being a little bit dramatic on the show, because I mean, she knew what she signed up for, but at the same time, I think that it was good that she was calling out the double standards in the group, and she wasn't bowing down to the OGs of the show, because a lot of people do that. And the only way to get accepted into the group is to bow down, and I think that it was good that she wasn't doing that. Evelyn was sitting there claiming that she was so hurt by the fact that Brittany wasn't following her on social media, and that Brittany basically cut her off and didn't show up to the event that she invited her to. And look, I do feel like Brittany should have at least told Evelyn that she wasn't coming to the event and thanked her for the invite and thanked her for the bodysuit. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Brittany and Evelyn had a close enough relationship for Evelyn to be acting like she's so hurt about it, because at the end of the day, her and Brittany didn't really know each other, and they admitted that on this show. Now, Jac'elle ended up addressing Brittany too during this reunion, because she felt some type of way about Brittany saying that she needed to pick a side, because she doesn't feel like she needs to pick a side. And look, I don't think that Jac'elle needed to pick a side either. She was neutral. She didn't know any of these women, and so I don't feel like she owed loyalty to any of them. But I can also understand where Brittany's coming from too, because it's like sometimes when Jac'elle was with the newbie, she would say one thing, and then when she would get with the OG, she would say another thing. So I can understand why Brittany would feel like she can't really trust Jac'elle. So I mean, I feel like they can agree to disagree, and I don't think that there needs to be any drama between the two of them. They're just not good for each other as friends. And Brooke ended up chiming into the conversation with Brittany as well, and she said that she felt like they gave Brittany a lot of grace this season. And look, I believe that they did give Brittany a lot of grace. They definitely accepted her into the group even after she threw the drink in Brooke's face and after she went off on them at the cooking class. But at the same time, Brittany doesn't have to like them if she doesn't like them, and if she felt like this wasn't the right environment for her to be in, then she did the right thing by leaving the show, because now somebody who actually wants to be there and appreciates the opportunity can be on the show with with them. But I will say that I did think that it was funny when Brittany called Jennifer, Evelyn, and Brooke Twitter thugs because they be on Twitter talking about everybody and going off on everybody when the episodes air. I thought that was really funny because I felt like a new person that came on the show needed to stand their ground and come at the OGs who are really mean girls, because a lot of people came into my comment section saying that, you know, Jennifer and Brooke weren't acting like mean girls this season, but in my opinion, they had very mean girl energy with the newbies on the show. And so I agree with what Brittany was saying, although she did get on my nerves a little bit because she was complaining too much about the drama on the show, and she had to have watched the show before she decided to join. And when Jackie was asked how she felt about Brittany being a part of the show, she had some nice things to say. And obviously, Evelyn and Brooke weren't going to let that fly, so they ended up jumping into the conversation and throwing Jackie under the bus, saying that Jackie was talking bad about Brittany throughout the show. Now, look, we don't know if it's true if Jackie was talking bad about Brittany, but I want to know what they were saying in return when Jackie was allegedly saying these things about Brittany, because if they didn't have a problem with Brittany at the time that Jackie was talking about her, then why didn't they check Jackie at the time when she was saying things about Brittany? It just makes me look at them sideways because, okay, if Jackie was talking about Brittany, cool, what were you guys saying in return? And so now Jackie and Evelyn are having a really heated back and forth to the point where it almost turned physical on Evelyn's part, because Jackie just sat there. She didn't really do anything. She was just saying things to Evelyn. But Evelyn took her shoes off, and look, I thought it was funny when they showed the clip of Clayanna saying something to Brittany about Evelyn taking her shoes off when it came to Jackie, because Evelyn was the main person saying that it was wrong for Clayanna to take her shoes off and run at Jennifer. So I do feel like it's a double standard, and that's why I think that it was good that Clayanna and Brittany called things out, even though they had their faults this season as well. Now, Clayanna was asked why things went south for her this season on the show, and she basically said that she felt some type of way about the way that Jen came at her at the skating rink. She said that she did not like the way that Jen asked her where she came from and how she got on the show. She felt some type of way about that. And look, Jennifer tried to clarify why she came at Clayanna the way that she did. She said that she didn't mean any harm by asking Clayanna where she came from. She said that the reason why she asked Clayanna that question is because she wanted things to be clear for the audience to understand how she got into the group, because everybody comes into the group through one of the OGs. And what Jennifer said did make sense, but I know a lot of you are not going to agree with me when I say this, but I do feel like Jennifer was being shady to Clayanna when she asked her that question. The reason why is because when Clayanna first got on the show, Jennifer was already telling some of the other girls that, you know, she heard some things about Clayanna, that she was a side bitch and all this stuff like that. So to me, Jennifer already had a preconceived notion about who she thought, you know, Clayanna was. So she already kind of didn't like her before she even knew who she was. So I honestly do feel like Jennifer was being a little bit shady. Now, do I think that Clayanna had to handle things the way that she handled it? No, I think that Clayanna is too aggressive. I feel like she pops off too quickly. Now, this is when Clayanna and Jennifer ended up having a really heated back and forth. Like, they were really coming at each other. Like, Jennifer called Clayanna a side bitch, and that's when Clayanna called Jennifer one. And then Jennifer said that she's not a side bitch, she's engaged. And that's when Clayanna came hard at Christian and Jennifer's relationship. She basically called Jennifer dumb and said that she's been scammed multiple times. And then she said that nobody wants her man because he's a scammer. So look, I don't understand why they got into an argument, because I didn't really feel like they needed to argue, but I did think that they went pretty hard at each other. Now they start talking about what happened at the strip club between Evelyn, Clayanna, and Jennifer. Basically, a song came on that was talking about hoes, and Jennifer decided that she was going to point at Clayanna to be petty. Clayanna felt some type of way about it. She started talking to Jac'elle about what happened. Jac'elle went over to Jennifer and Evelyn to ask if it was true, and they basically said yes, it was true. And so that's when Jac'elle went back and told Clayanna that Jennifer admitted to doing what she thought she did. And so Clayanna got so pissed off, she kicked her shoes off. She ran over to where Jennifer was at, and she was standing over her with her fists clenched. So Evelyn said that the reason why she ended up pulling off Clayanna's wig is because she saw that Jennifer was sitting down, not paying attention. She was eating her food, and that's when Clayanna was standing over her, so she felt the need to defend her friend. Now, I'm not saying that Evelyn was wrong for defending Jennifer, because that is her friend, but I do think that she should have minded her business, because at the end of the day, if Jennifer knows that she's not a fighter and she doesn't fight, she shouldn't be coming at people who she knows is a fighter, because they will try to fight you whether you like to fight or not. So I just feel like Jennifer was being petty and she was doing a little bit too much, but I do feel like Clayanna is a little bit too aggressive. Like, I don't feel like this might be the right type of show for her to be on. Now, the host does end up asking Clayanna if she's going to take any responsibility for any of the situations that she was involved in this season, and she said that she took responsibility for the situation that she had with Giselle, and she took responsibility for pushing Jennifer. But when the host ended up asking Clayanna if she wants to apologize to Jennifer for anything, she said no. And look, I don't feel like she needed to apologize to Jennifer for anything. Jennifer said a lot of things about Clayanna, calling her a side bitch and a hoe and all that stuff like that. So I feel like she doesn't have to apologize for anything. She should apologize for pushing Jennifer, but that's about it. But I also don't think that you should give an apology if you're not really sorry. So I don't think that she needed to apologize to Jennifer at all. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Basketball Wives LA. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.